Hi guys, Squirrel here, and this is World of Tanks. Now, you may have played this before, you may be wondering what it is. It's a free-to-play game, but it's also distinctly a pay-to-win game. I have a bit of a bittersweet relationship with this game. On the one hand, it's really enjoyable, but on the other hand, it's got a tech tree that makes it a hell of a grind. And although, I like free-to-play games and I understand that they have to be funded somehow, and effectively they need money to do it, so they need to encourage you to pay real money. But on the other hand, with this game in particular, as you'll see now, if you don't pay, you're at a disadvantage. It's not just bonus XP like War Thunder and bonus credits, which is going to help you skill up faster. But look at this. Here's the armor-piercing rounds, and the armor-piercing rounds cost gold. You can only buy them with gold, and they penetrate a hell of a lot more. In World of Tanks, it's all about the penetration of the shell versus the armor, and the fact is that shells bought with gold penetrate much higher than standard shells, standard armor-piercing shells, and that's pay to win in action. If you come up, pound for pound against the same tank, one has armor-piercing shells, the other has these gold-paid composite ones, the guy who's paid is going to win, unless he happens to be really crap and hits all the wrong parts of your tank. Which is, this game is quite a deep game. It's very easy to get into and start playing, but it has such a huge depth to it. It's not just about the armor of the tanks and knowing where to hit them and all the weak spots. It's also the capabilities and the turrets and the gun configurations, and there's an absolutely huge amount of tanks for various nations around the world from World War II. It makes it a very enjoyable game, and on top of that, it's hardcore. When you play with one tank, and as soon as your tank's destroyed, all you can do is spectate the rest of the game. It's not like War Thunder where you can take in any number of planes, and when one goes down, jump in another one, carry on with the battle. Not in World of Tanks. Your tank is destroyed, you're back to the menu, and you can't even use that tank until that battle is finished. So the tank is locked out. That's properly hardcore, which makes it fun and enjoyable, but they've got to get rid of this pay-to-win aspect for it to be truly enjoyable, in my opinion. Look at this, you can spend gold to put decals all over your tank and put camouflage on it, and that is a way of earning money. It's neutral. It's just styling. Anybody could do this. But anyway, enough of the rant. Let's get on with the game. So I'm playing with this thing. This is a German tank. It's a Panzer Kpfw, which is a tier 4 tank. Tier 4 in the tech tree, that is. This is the tank as it stands right now. The tier 4 is the highest I've got to so far. I am by no means an expert on this game, but you can basically see the basic stats of it. The traverse speed is the speed that it sort of turns around, so a good traverse speed means you can change direction really quickly. Down here we've got the track. Obviously I've got an upgraded track on it, which allows me to traverse slightly better. I've got the medium engine, which is a 350 brake horsepower engine. There is another one I could go to. That's this one here. It's a 440. But I'll tell you why I'm not doing that in a second. Then there's the radio. The radio signals to your friendly tanks whenever you spot one, so the higher range will allow you to signal more friendly players when you spot things, and you get points for spotting things as well as destroying things. Although I have to point out, it's a very much a last hit kill type game. This is an improved turret which has more armor, particularly at the front, than the basic turret, which means, with your tank obviously you want to be forward facing for maximum armor. And I haven't got the biggest gun on this thing. I've decided to go with this thing mostly because the higher, if you look at the penetration values, the damage values aren't as good as the gun below it, but the penetration is much higher, and I would rather do damage to something than, have a higher damage shell just keep on deflecting. As I've said before, it's all about penetration. Now look at the tank itself. I have 5,000, just over 5,000 experience in this tank. And in order to move on, I need to get up to 13,000. If I unlock any of these things, if I put that bigger engine in, it's going to set me back from moving on to the next tier. And this is something I don't necessarily agree with this game. I prefer the War Thunder tech tree. The other thing this game does is it forces you into grinding through tanks in order to move on to the next ones. You've got to play this tank. You've got to skill it up. You've got to earn the experience before you're allowed to move on. There you go. You see, I've got to... Look, I can't unlock that next tank in the tree because I haven't played this tank enough. Now, that's not like War Thunder. In War Thunder, if I see, you know, a plane that I don't want to play, I don't have to play it. I can wait till I'm high enough level and then just unlock the one on the way to it, but not actually commission it and fly it around and get any experience in it. Now, some may prefer that, some may not. Personally, I don't like this because it makes me grind through tanks and there are some real bad tanks that you've got to grind through in order to get onto the next ones. I'm currently going around in a British Matilda tank and it's god awful. Absolutely awful, but I have to do it. I have to grind through it in order to move on. The tech tree overall, you can see where this thing is. Here it is. And you can see I've got to grind this tank in order to move on to the next one. When I do move to the next one, it'll then unlock potential 2 further tanks, but I have to grind this next tier 5 tank in order to carry on down that tech tree. Personally, I don't like that. So, World of Tanks is a very grindy game. It's not like War Thunder, and it is paid to win. That being said, there's a lot of skill involved in playing this game, and because it is so hardcore, it does encourage you not to be reckless, shall we say. But it is very much a last hit kill. You can put 80% of damage into a tank, one of your teammates finishes the tank off with his shell and he'll get the kill for it and he'll get the benefit. Not something I agree with again. So there are things about this game that I don't like. But anyway, let's see this tank in action. Let's show you some of the gameplay. And off we go. If you are unfamiliar with World of Tanks, then you can see on the left here there's a flag. This is our home flag. A giant white circle around it. The enemy needs to get 1 or more tanks into this circle to start the burn, if you like, to start capping the flag. And similarly on the minimap down the bottom there, you can see the enemy flag, enemy base. And the general idea is we either have to destroy all of their tanks. Remember, there's no respawning, there's no second chance. Once a tank's gone, the player's gone with it. Or we can get over there and effectively burn their flag. Get it down to, get it up to maximum points, and that's the end of the game. There is a time limit. That's top right. We've got a 15-minute game on, so I kind of like this in a way better than War Thunder. With War Thunder, you never know how many planes an enemy player has got in his hangar that he's going to pull out and battle. You know, you shoot somebody down, he comes back with something else. You shoot them down, he comes back with something else. At the start, everybody has 3 planes, but very quickly as people unlock hangar slots, they end up with God alone knows how many planes, you know, and you just... Games can go on for a long time like that, and it just seems ridiculous to me. I think you should only be limited to 1 to 3 planes, maybe, in a game. Anyway, back to World of Tanks. You can see there are various firing modes that you can go for. There's that kind of hip shot. I mean, this game is very much a third-person game. You can go into a sort of zoom-in snipe first-person view, but a lot of it's played like this. A lot of it's played as third-person. But everybody's got third-person, so that kind of equalises itself. A lot of the walls that you see and so on are all destructible. Not just from tank shells, but also you just need to drive into them, and it will collapse them. And you can see we've had a bit of a battle happen here already. One good thing I find is to use other tanks as wreckage, so you know you can get behind them and you get some pretty good defence. You're a much smaller target if you're just peeking out over the top of another tank corpse. What I'm doing here is I'm just hanging around. I am conscious there's a guy down there, but yeah, I'm pretty certain that my teammate's going to take that out. So I'm looking at the mini-map and I'm thinking to myself, where are these guys going to be? I can see the flag. I don't want to start making a run over there yet. It's a bit too early in the game. So I'm just going to exercise a little bit of patience, a little bit of restraint. I'm in a good position here. I'm elevated. I'm covered. And, you know, both of those things are pretty good. Camouflage is another important aspect of this game. You can get inside bushes and you receive camouflage bonuses. You're much harder to see. Straight away I see that guy, but I can't get a shot on him, and I am now quite vulnerable. So I'm going to try and use the remains of this ruined wall as some kind of cover. And then I think to myself, well, oh dear, move out the way, you stupid thing. If I can just get back here, I've actually got a lot of defense here. I've got 2 tanks and a wall, so this is much better. Check my flank, check my 6, make sure there's nobody coming around on me. I don't have any friendlies over there. There's one up on the hill, but somehow he's been spotted. Oh, he's in a terrible position. Look at that, the guy's on a slope. He's presenting the top of his turret to me. And that's the result.
Find another target.
Tanks don't have much armor from the top. And it's very unusual to get a top-down shot. Anyway, back to this other guy, because he's not going to leave me alone. Oh, can I get a shot on him? He's trying to shoot me. Evasive. One of the things about this tank is it's quite quick and it has a very fast reload speed, so that's one hit shot, and I dodged him. He's not a very good shot. I just need to try and... Yeah, he's a terrible shot in fact. I'm very quick and a very high reload, so I should be okay. I should win this fight. I'm not taking too much damage so far.
That one didn't go through.
Damn it. Now you see my gun turret didn't point down there as I'm climbing. Oh, that was a belter. That ruined him. And that other tank is still there, and he's coming for me now. Maybe I can clip him. Oh, he just what? Got him. Just saw the top of his turret. That was enough to take him out. Yeah, this the gun does something like 29 rounds a minute, which is pretty much, you know, round every 2 seconds, which is fantastic. You can see at the bottom left there, you can see I've got, I always carry about 10 shells of premium and the rest standard armor, standard shells. I try not to use my premium, but because, you know, obviously when you're playing with premium shells it's costing you real money, which is not ideal. I'm doing quite well at the moment though. But this thing's got such a high fire rate that, you know, you can put shells into targets every couple of seconds, so you can do a lot of damage. But once this thing gets going, it can, as you'll see later, it can get over the battlefield. You know, it's pretty nimble. Once it starts picking up speed, it has a very good top speed. And later on I'll show you some footage of me rushing, if you like. Now the light tanks, this is a medium tank, the light tanks are the ones that are designed to rush. The idea of those tanks is that they, you know, go into the enemy territory and they're moving so quickly they're very hard to hit. And they can effectively act like a scout. So as they traverse around the map, they spot other tanks for the mediums and heavies to take out. And they just wrecked my track. I brought a repair kit with me, so I've managed to repair my track. I'm on the move again, but that's not ideal, because if I do get damaged in combat now, I'm screwed. I only have one repair kit. I've also got a first aid kit in case any of my crew get injured. And I'm going to try and pick this guy, hit and run tactics.
He can't focus.
I don't know what his reload speed is. Again, this is a bit like War Thunder. It would really help me if I learned about the other tanks and I know what reload speed they've got, so I can tell, you know, if I knew that his reload speed was every 3 seconds and mine's every 2, you know, I can use that to my advantage to make sure I hit him, I pop out when he can't possibly shoot back at me because he's reloading. Knowledge like that will help you to win, but I'm nowhere near that stage yet. Absolutely not. I'm being very cautious at this point because, yep, I suspect there'll be a guy up here, and he's not actually engaging me.
That's gotta hurt.
Wow. What is he doing? Well,
They're hit.
my best guess is this guy's AFK, so I'll just enjoy myself. Go for that turret, and oh shit, we got company. Somebody's defending him. And look here, I've got my friend with me. Look at the armour on this tank. Can you see the sloping on this armour? This guy with my teammate is so hard to hit.
Punch right through their armor.
If this guy would just let me take him,
Got him.
I'm just going to back up and let my teammate take him. Come on. Boom, bitch! He didn't know. He stuck his head round. Fantastic. I baited him effectively. I brought him back. My teammates who just ganged up on him. Which is another interesting thing about this game is if you can play it with some teammates, although I think your squads aren't very big. Oh god, that's not a very big slope, is it? And I can't get up. I can't get over to the flag very easily. And you can hear that siren going off, they're burning our flag. They've managed to get over there. We have nobody, there's just me and this dude left. We need to get on the burn. But it's not looking good at all. Yeah, I don't know what the squad size is. It's only about two more people maybe when you've got a premium account. So we're not on the burn now, but yeah, that's the end of the game, and we lost. We couldn't burn it quick enough. Okay, let's have another look at a different game this time. Before we do that, let's just have a quick look at my stats for that game. Yep, you can see hits received 5, enemies damaged 6, destroyed 6, so took 6 tanks out and it didn't die, and that pays quite well. You can see I got 16,000 credits, but I used 60 gold, you know, which is not the best profit. I did get a top gun for getting 6 kills. That'll do. Anyway, let's have a look at another game. Okay, here we go. You can see from the minimap this is a different game mode. So on this one, same principle applies. If you wipe out all the other tanks, you win. That's always true. However, there is one flag, one neutral flag, and obviously that creates a hotspot. In this thing, you can see it's starting to pick up speed now. I'm going to basically go over there and rush, and my teammate here looks like he's going to come with me. If you see us on the minimap, we're kind of flanking over to the right. Our basic plan was to head out to the right and then head north up to the flag. Now obviously the map is going to be balanced such that either team could get to the flag at approximately the same time, so if there are any light tanks there, then we're going to have to deal with them before we can even start the burn. But who knows, you never know what they've sent. This red line on the right there, that's the edge of the map. So I'm just going to slow down a little bit and get my bearings, and okay, I think it might be better heading left slightly rather than following that guy to the right. It's a bit too... I'll tell you what, let's just go this way. I like the defilade. I was a bit concerned about hitting the edge of the map, but defilade's always good. There's the flag. No sign of the enemy yet. We've actually got a guy already on the burn. So straight away they're on the back foot, and we can see our first enemy. So I'm going to start taking some cover, keep my armour forward, and see if I can get a shot on this guy. Now that's sniper mode, I'm going to show you now. That's where you fully zoom in. You can see the outline of the guy. First shot. Got a hit, I think. I'm not sure if I got the kill for that. My cover's gone. Do you notice when I break the bounce and then the reticule comes in? That's the accuracy, so the longer you start to aim, as the aiming reticule closes down, that's the accuracy of your shot, and that's governed by a few things, not least of which your crew. Various skills that you can get to improve that kind of targeting time. But yeah, I can explain that in other videos about crew and stuff. Now you can see, this time I've decided to get a fire extinguisher as well, so oh shit. Shit, I'm taking damage. My health is bottom left there, you can see I'm on about 2/3 health now. I'm pretty certain that was the guy who shot me, but he's got to get through my cover first, which he's just done. Look at the reload speed. Boom! You see that? I got like 3 shells on that guy then. Bang, bang, bang! And that's the real power of this tank. Yeah, bottom left is the armour, and there's also modules, so you can end up with a broken module, like you can end up with broken tracks, that kind of thing. If you've got a repair kit, then you can repair a module. So it's always worth having a repair kit, just because, you know, if you get your tracks busted out, you can quickly repair it by pressing, well, the numbers, those 6 slots down the bottom are numbered 1 to 6, so if I want to repair, I press 4, and then it'll come up with a list of modules, each numbered, and I just hit the one that's damaged and it'll repair it. That can get me on the move, that can save my tank, quite literally. I thought I wouldn't take any shots here. Oh crap, that's going to be...
We got it! Let's get out of here!
That dude, look at the sloping on that tank. Nasty. Remember I said about the penetration? When you've got sloped armour, it effectively increases the thickness of the armour because as the shell hits it, it doesn't hit it at 90 degrees. So it has to go through a lot more armour just to penetrate. Nasty. The worst tanks are the ones with sort of 90 degree armour. The best ones are the ones with sloping armour. Just because they can deflect shots so much more effectively. So now I'm into spectate mode, but I just wanted to see what happened at the end of this game because I'm pretty confident we're going to win this. We got the rush on them, but I did expect the guy who shot me, I expected him to take the guy to the left of me because I was behind trees, but he decided to go for me. Anyway, we won that one as well. So that was a rush game, effectively. We got in there and beat them. That's all I'm going to show you in this video. That, like I say, that was the German Panzer Mark III, which is a tier 4 tank. So, a question for you guys. Do you like World of Tanks? Do you want me to play more of it? Would you like to see more footage? And if you do, you know, comment on my videos, let me know. Don't forget to head over to my Facebook page. That's facebook.com/thesquirrelsnuts. All information is in the description of this video. Go over there and click a like for me, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter and communicate. Send me a message, let me know. Do you like World of Tanks? Are you good at it? Are you a veteran? Or have you never played it before and you want more? Let me know, then I know where to take my channel, because it is driven by you guys. Take care, guys, and I shall see you soon.